So I'm sure you guys know what the pink sauce is by now, but somehow the pink sauce situation just got so much more bizarre. Very interesting point. Now, if you've been familiar with a couple other my pink sauce videos, we've talked about pretty much all these major red flags when it comes to this pink sauce product. Not only was it shipped with milk ingredients through the UPS, which is a major red flag, but also the consistency for the color was constantly different, and there's a whole bunch of problems. And then last video on it, we talked about how someone apparently faked dying from the pink sauce, which was just absolutely ridiculous. And that's how you'd expect the internet to take things too far, just like usual. But only 18% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Don't be part of the 81%. Subscribe to the channel. You have nothing to lose. Pretty much what happened was the pink sauce lady posted a video showing an apparent FDA member, a regulator, coming to her house to talk to her about this pink sauce, and she willingly posted this to her TikTok. And that was pretty much just a way to say, like, hey guys, I'm being regulated and I'm cooperating. But the more and more we look into this, it seems like this is just fake. Now, I'll preface this, I don't know 100% if this is fake, if this is real. This is 100% speculation. I don't know for sure, but there's a lot of red flags coming out of this pink sauce lady, and I think we should talk about it. So yeah, this is the video she posted of the FDA coming to her house.
Also to, you know, show the people that actually support the sauce that it is safe, and we are taking the precautions to make sure that they are not worried about their health concerns.
Got it.
And we fixed the package.
I feel like it would be better if she just didn't answer the door and then went to a lawyer, compiled an email, then sent it to the FDA.
Money creating something that might not be accurate yet. If you have like a draft copy, you could send it, and then I can review it with you.
Right.
And approve it and say, hey, you're good to go now.
Right.
And then at that time, we can also, well, next week, since we have a conference all for most of that first part of next week.
Okay.
After that, I'll be able to either revisit and discuss with you or call you to discuss.
There's many red flags about this. So I think the first one we should discuss is that the pink sauce has only been an internet trend for about 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks now. And the government moving that fast is very unlikely. If you've ever looked into a lot of government agencies, they're pretty much paid to just sit on their butt and, you know, take their time, because if they don't take their time on pretty much everything, then they can't justify their reason for existing. So the FDA, this is not a big enough internet trend for the FDA to get involved with under 2 months. We've heard...
What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products. The pink sauce is not a medical product. The pink sauce don't contribute to your health. I never said that. On the
official FDA, you know, government agency, that it can take up to weeks of paperwork before they go to anyone's house. And that's the other thing we should talk about. When the FDA people come to your house, it's for a lot of reasons, apparently. I don't know not much about the FDA. It's the U.S. regulatory, but I'll be going off things that have been said in the FDA website, and also people who claim to be FDA members and people who work for the FDA. I pretty much say the majority of interaction people get from the FDA is through mail. They'll send you mail, and they'll send mail back and forth. It's very rarely that they'll come to your door. And the reason they'll come to your door apparently is if you're getting emails and letters and you're not replying to, which is a federal fine, and you can actually spend jail time for that. And so this person came to her house under 2 months, which it sounds like it can take months to do this kind of paperwork. So that's already you know, a hit or miss. I mean, I don't know why she would actually post this, because, and in hindsight, obviously she was doing it because, you know, it was like, oh, hey, we're being regulated. This is something you can trust more. Obviously, anything that has to do with the FDA, a lot of people have more trust towards, because they know it's like the government agency for regulating things and making sure it's safe for human consumption. But doing it this fast is just super unlikely. Even if it was super viral, I hear comments from people who work at the FDA. This guy says, in all seriousness, this was not a real FDA agent. I know, because I actually dealt with the FDA when I worked in a part-time at a company who was manufacturing barbecue sauce originating from a successful food truck company. The FDA agents do not show up to your door. They send you a letter in the mail first, and then they need to comply with your license agreement, as well as filing out several weeks of worth of paperwork. And if this FDA just started the paperwork, I mean, the pink sauce has only been out for what, 6 weeks, so they must have immediately saw it, and it took like 2 weeks to build up. So I find it very hard to believe they did weeks worth of paperwork before they even heard about it. And the guy also says, if the FDA were to show up at your door, that means you have failed to contact them and they have not heard from you, and that said something about the paperwork and license agreement that you needed in order to ship the sauces, as well as needing permits to do so. Also, when they do show up at your house, they're not conversing with you. They tell you what they're there for and what they're doing, and if you do not comply in direct violation of the FDA, therefore are possibly liable for a massive fine and jail time in federal prison. So yeah, that's another thing. In the whole video, I don't know how fast it started. Maybe she was like, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, maybe the first thing they do is identify themselves and then tell them what they're doing there, tell the FDA people why they're there. But she started recording just after that. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, maybe they knocked on their door and she said, hey, can I record this after they introduce themselves? But she did not record them introducing themselves and telling them why they were there. And so that's another major red flag. And then this guy says, as a person that works for the FDA, this SHIT is fake. And so obviously I don't know if that's a real employee, but I mean, I don't know. I find it somewhat, I mean, obviously people lie on the internet and that's 100% true, but I mean, is he lying? Who knows? And this guy says, I didn't know they were literally sent in Ziploc bags with a label on it. That's a UPS or FedEx label too, which means my homies throw that crap in the back of a 120-degree trailer. And that's one of the major red flags of the whole pink sauce thing. People have actually said that they're getting sick from this, not the person who lied about it, but there are people who are getting sick, and apparently some people have went to the hospital. I'm not exactly sure on that. It obviously makes sense, because if you're eating this sauce that contains milk products that is not refrigerated and it takes up to 2 weeks to ship, it's shipping in the back of UPS and FedEx trucks that this guy says that works for UPS and FedEx. The temperatures in the trailer go up to 120 degrees. 120 degrees, okay. And if you don't understand how bad that is, imagine you buy a bag of milk or a jug of milk, whatever the US people have, and you leave it out in the sun for 2 weeks. Are you going to drink that after? No, it's going to be chunky, it's going to be gross. You do not want to touch that kind of thing. But this is pretty much what this lady is selling, and I don't understand how this stuff keeps getting worse.
And a lot of people are now worried that this creator is going to be facing lawsuits. The sauce was also arriving in the mail in these bags. They were not like boxed up with bubble wrap, and we're talking about liquid sauce here, so obviously some people were receiving them literally exploded. It's honestly so sad. I'm really rooting for small businesses, but when it comes to food, you need to be careful with what you're buying.
Now obviously I have to say again, this is 100% speculation that this FDA agent is fake. I don't know for sure. There's a lot of red flags in my thing, but I don't understand how this pink sauce fiasco keeps getting more and more bizarre, especially because if this was turned out to be fake and she got caught because she'd been saying it online a ton, even if it takes them months, the FDA could literally ruin her life, because impersonating a federal agent or officer is a major felony as far as I know. So Lady Sauce, whatever her name is, good luck to you, and I'll keep you up to date if there's any more developing news on this story. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.